YouTube, what's up, you guys? All right, I'm taking you along today for a little bit of a gig. I'm playing downtown, just off of Broadway. We're not playing right on Broadway, so it's a little different kind of sit-down place. People be sitting, eating dinner, hour and a half. I think like 4 originals and then country cover songs. And I'm just gonna take you guys down, show you what it's like, what gear I bring, where I park, hopefully a couple little clips from the gig. And yeah, this is a pretty standard gig in Nashville like this. I've played this gig once already, so I've already run through the songs, but I'm about to sit and I'm going to time lapse. I need to practice for a few hours and just shed these songs for a second, get them back in my brain. But pretty standard. Like last time, the way I got the gig, someone had given her my numbers. She needed a guitar player. She sent me a list of about, I don't know, an hour and a half worth of music. I learned all of them. We did a rehearsal, and then we played this gig. So no rehearsal this time because it's the same band, and we're playing the same set list. So I just got to sit, and the day is starting with, I just put fresh strings on. I really want to play this Telly tonight. It's kind of a country-ish gig, so why not break her out? This is a G&L, the G&L ASAC Classic from 2002. And man, this thing sounds good. I mean, I just put fresh strings on it. I've got to... Tune it up a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna try and take you guys along. Little vlog thing, little gig. What's a gig like in Nashville, almost on Broadway. All right, here we go. Time to practice. All right, you guys, so I'm getting ready to head to this gig down on Broadway. This is what I'm gonna bring. So I bring just the single guitar. I've got an extra pair of strings in here. Worst case scenario, if I broke a string in this type of setting, I've got time where I could quickly change one. You guys won't believe this, but check this out. Never in my entire playing career have I broken a string during a live performance. Now, tonight I'll break one because I said that, but I really never have, but you've always got to be prepared. So I've got to change a string since I'm not bringing 2 guitars. So I've got that there. I got the Telly in here. I've got a strap. I've got my mic stand phone clip because I'm going to be using charts. I have my phone charger so my phone doesn't die while I'm using those charts. It's very important, right? Then I've got in here, I've got my pedal board. I've got all my cables in the front part, and I'm gonna bring the little HDRX20, right? And this little Cerebella reverb cab. Now, I've got a dolly that I'm going to pick up that's not here right now, that I'll put this stuff on and wheel it with me and the guitar on the back and carry this, right? But pretty basic setup. A lot of times, if I was playing Broadway all the time, I'd bring a smaller amp. But I only do this once in a while, so I like it's a little more work, but I've got a dolly, and I like the tone of this. So it's going to be fun tonight. I got the Telly, board, amp, all my cords. I got backup strings. I got a strap in there. I've got slide in my pocket, multiple guitar picks. So I think we're ready, right? That's about the check that I do kind of every time of looking through and being like, okay, do I have all my stuff? I obviously just changed my strings. Don't look at that. We'll clean that up here before I leave. But now I'm going to hop outside, load everything in that car, and we're going to cruise down towards Broadway. All right, let's go. All right, guys. Little gig vlog. I'm heading. I've got to pick up my dolly and a couple things from another place to head downtown. But I figured I'd pop on here real quick and talk about a couple things I'm thinking about tonight. One in particular with like my playing and like what I want to focus on maybe or stuff, and what I've been trying to focus on a lot lately. Tell me if you guys are thinking about this, or just honestly comment what you've been working on in general. Here's something I've been working on. I'm trying to think harder, or maybe I should say think less, but in my mind be thinking more of the melody and stuff I'm trying to hit when I'm soloing or playing anything, rather than letting my fingers just do the work. You know, there's a lot of licks, and I think all of us are kind of can be like this in a way where my fingers know so much, but I'm sometimes bad at, I'm not always thinking as well as I should be before I play, instead of letting my fingers just say, oh, I ripped this licks and it's in this pattern, so my fingers just do it, you know? So I'm trying tonight to be like really intentional with the solos, take my time. I want to target great like chord tone notes, make it melodic, and just think a little bit more, you know? Sometimes it's easy, especially, you know, that's sometimes easier to do at home, and then you get up on stage and you just kind of revert back to like, okay, rip this minor pentatonic lick that has nothing to do with what's actually happening, you know? So anyways, I was just driving and I was kind of thinking about that, and I thought it'd be interesting to ask you guys, like, what are some stuff you guys have been working on? Or what are you, like, thinking about while you're playing? You know, a lot of the things that I end up working on and I'm trying to get better at, the way I'm working on it is I just get a thing like that in my mind, and then every time I have the instrument in my mind, I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, and trying to incorporate it into what I'm already doing by just actively thinking about it goes a long way. So anyways, thought y'all might find that interesting. That's what I'm trying to focus on in general, and tonight's going to be a great chance to like try and employ it, add in licks at tasteful spots, play good, move the chords around a little bit, you know, don't get stuck in the same shape, you know, doing all that stuff. I'm playing cover tunes that I've played before, so yeah, hopefully, I think the clips are going to be up and down. I hope that's okay with you guys instead of landscape like this, but as my phone's going to be up for charts, and it's going to be a lot easier to just hit record with that instead of flipping you around. But hopefully I'll show you guys a couple little clips. You'll see if I took my own advice or not. I guess we'll both see. But all right, so I'm going to grab this stuff and then I'll take you guys downtown. Here we go. All right, you guys, we're down here working our way. How's that song go? Making my way downtown. I'm making my way. Get a little bit. There's the Batman building. There's some girls just absolutely screaming out of this car up in front of me. I don't know what's happening. But I think, so here's the deal. Parking wise, where do I park? Well, it's different for every gig. This gig, we're fortunate. I think they give us a discounted parking, which is sadly good. Free is not really a thing down here. So I'll get $10 parking if I park in the wrong garage. And it's kind of a little roulette because they didn't say the name of the garage. They gave me the general whereabouts of the garage. And if I park in the wrong one, it could end up being up to $50. So hopefully we park in the right one. Otherwise, this gig is for naught. I'm also, once I get done with this, going to tell you guys exactly how much money I made from this gig. Last time I got paid $50 for a rehearsal, $50 for the gig, plus tips. Now, this gig's only an hour and a half. I also do it because I like playing. The band is good. The girl's a great singer. She's nice. She pays us instantly. And it's fun. Sit down crowd. People are listening. So, this definitely isn't and I like the music. It's not all just normal Broadway standards. It's a lot of different stuff, which meant the first time I played this, I had to learn a lot. But I freaking, you know, now we know it. So at least to the best of my ability. We're about to see. But anyways, once I'm done, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how much money I made. And I don't know, there was no rehearsal this time. And so here's a rookie mistake. And to be honest, it's a rookie mistake because I'm not doing this just for money. It's great for money, but I like the gig. But normally you would ask and confirm exactly what you're paying before you're here about to park and do it. So I don't know if it's $100 this time or if I'm only getting $50 because there was no rehearsal. But either way, man, we're going to have a good time. We get to play. You know, I say this all the time. You're not getting any worse. You know, I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I can do this and make a little bit of extra money, but it's really because I'm free and it's fun and I like the band. And I'm really thankful for that. But, you know, that's not the case a lot of times. Here's some Printer's Alley down here. Look at this. I'm literally just taking you guys with me, showing you a little bit. We're off Broadway, and I think it's right here at the corner. I'm not sure. In fact, you guys, I'm going to turn this back on once I find the garage because I am not for sure where I'm going. Okay, guys, we have done it. I found the correct garage. I'm pulling in right now. Gotta pull in, get this ticket. And then the venue will give me a little sticker that goes on that ticket that will make it only $10 instead of, I mean, it could be up to $50 sometimes if you're parked down here a long time. They really get people on parking, and it's gotten so much more expensive, man. Thankfully, there are places that do what Puckett's is going to do tonight, where they'll kind of pay me, or not pay me, but make it only $10, which is sad that I'm settling for that. But, yeah, you know what sucks too? I'm just thinking about this now also as I drive through here is last time I did this gig. Last time, it's Saturday night in Nashville. And I think last time, who was it? There was a really big comedian that had a sold out, it might have been Tom Segura, had sold out night at Bridgestone. And by the time I was coming back to get my car here, that had let out. And it took me an hour to get out of this garage and a mile away from downtown last time. I mean, it was a nightmare. So, oh man, I hope that's not the case, because it's packed again already. It's a Saturday night, so it's going to be packed no matter what. We're coming into summer. It's getting really busy, but man, I hope it does not take me an hour to get home again. But, you know, going to play music, this is the job, especially down here. And if you're doing this every single day, you know, I don't, and this isn't my main thing, but a lot of people do. And, you know, these are things to consider, right? You might not think about like, oh, coming down and getting the gig and you make X amount of money or whatnot. But what about parking? What if you do 2 gigs in one day and they don't give you any free meals? You got to eat something, right? You know, so just things to like kind of think about maybe. Gosh, these garages are just not a single spot open. I'm already up on level 3. But man, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I've been having a really good time doing these YouTube videos. Just, I don't know, feeling like if I can give anybody any little piece of information and show them a window into the life that they maybe weren't used to. Oh my gosh, and I have an awesome spot right here. Wow, YouTube is the lucky charm. Got a great spot. Okay, check this out. I'm just gonna keep recording. Actually, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna flip the camera around because I'm on the front-facing camera. Here we go. All right, this is how I transport it. The gig's just across the street, so I'm gonna carry that. This on my back, and then I got this little fold-out Milwaukee, and this is the board and the cabinet, and I'll just carry it downstairs. All right, here we go. All right, we have made the gear in here. Here we go. Okay, got it. Foam right. Got the little amp set up. Pretty good. Okay, we've made it back. I gotta load this stuff back into the car. Oh man. All right, you guys. Well, we made it. You got to see a couple clips of me playing. Same thing, not my best, not my worst. I think I feel like that all the time. You know? I'm not gonna lie, I got some people that parked right next to me that aren't okay. They're looking at me a little weird. That's the case in Nashville sometimes, man. Oh, I didn't bring my phone clip up there, so I gotta just hold my phone and vlog to you guys. But not my best, not my worst. You know what's crazy? Is almost every gig, I feel like that, you know? It's not my best, not my worst type thing. And I'm always feeling like that, man. Like, but I think some of that too, right, is when you're... you know, I don't know if it's I hold myself to too high of an expectation or, you know, or what it is. But very rarely do I really come away from a gig being like, I crushed it. I mean, that happens sometimes, I guess. But a lot of times it's like I had moments. I had some great moments. I had some moments where I hadn't practiced the song enough in a minute. Now, did anyone in the audience know? No. It's not like I was up there just like hitting wrong chords the whole time. But, you know, it's just, you know, I'm trying to, guys, I keep saying this, and this is partially why I love this YouTube. I'm trying to get better too, man. I really want to show you guys like the look of like, I'm going to make an entire video on how, man, you don't have to be the best in Nashville. To be honest, to be successful, you got to be to a certain level, but, man, you just gotta, there's so much more that goes into it. Depends on what you want to do. One of the guys, our bass player tonight, Leland, I don't remember his last name, but he's awesome, and he's like he plays a lot of jazz gigs, you know, and like, yeah, if you want to play that kind of music, you need to be as technically proficient as he is, and he's obviously very technically proficient, but can still play to the song, you know, because like Lanco's music, right, because I'm playing easy stuff. It's all about serving the song, stepping out when it's my time to step out, and then just in the pocket, good tasteful parts that are on the record and a little bit of improvisation. And then, you know, so check this out. They gave me a little sticker. Remember that ticket I got earlier? I gotta stick it on my ticket. Let's see if I can set you guys up here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I should have brought I had a phone clip so you guys could see me on the phone clip. This guy doesn't seem to be moving right here, so let's see if I can get in right here. And I still gotta pay $10. Let me, hold on just a second. So we're cashing out. This is gonna give me free parking. Not free parking, it's gonna give me $10 parking instead. Okay, let's put it in and see what happens. Payment, $10. I'll take the $10. I'll tell you how much I made in just a second. Remove card. Why does it say use credit card? Credit accepted. Okay, that's my debit card. So I'll grab the phone here in a second, you guys, so you're not just sitting behind the steering wheel. Okay, tonight it looks like there is not a gig that just let out. Thank goodness, dude, so I can actually get home in a timely manner. Ooh, there's a lot of police up here, though. Oh, but the road's closed. Police can mean a myriad of things here, honestly. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, how much I made. How much money did I make from playing that? I played from 8:30 to 10. Nice sit-down gig. You guys kind of saw a little bit of it. I don't have 2 cameras yet, so sadly you guys are only seeing the angle of those playing videos just straight on me, the best I could do. We're keeping Tim Avon production quality. I'm going to trademark it. Oh man, it would be way better if I could just U-turn right here. In fact, that's exactly what old boy right behind me is about to do. And he's smart for it. Oh, welcome to it. Hey, you know what? Honestly, me talking to you guys during this right now is a great look at Nashville. Come down, play a gig. You probably, normally, when you come down here to play a gig, don't think about, oh, you got to get home. And if you're getting home at, I'm leaving at 11:26 right now, traffic is not as bad as last time. Oh, of course this guy wants to go right. No, he doesn't. Okay, thank goodness, because I'm about to U-turn. So I'm about to do some potentially illegal maneuvers, but we're gonna do it. All right, you guys. I had to learn how to freaking drive in the city. And let me tell you, in the city, you gotta send it sometimes, man. Just like that. But we made it. So yeah, it's a look inside a gig, you know. I know I didn't get everything, but I practiced today. I practiced for probably 2 hours at least, right? Running over songs I already knew. All to make, I think I made y'all hear that? Welcome to Nashville, man. None of those people live here, I guarantee it. But that's okay, man. Some people hate so much on the tourists and this and that, you know. I don't know, that was me at one point. And I loved it down here. I thought it was really cool. Oh, this guy's got... Man, when was the last time you saw hydraulics on a car? Oh, there's two of them. Here comes another hydraulic car. They're popping up the front wheels. That's kind of crazy. Damn, that's like an old Cadillac. That actually looks really cool. I'm not even into cars. Oh, there's three. Damn, there's a whole crew of them. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? How much I made. I made about like $146, I think, from doing that. So, made a little bit of money. 2 hours of practice, driving to the gig, parking for the gig, loading my gear into my car, loading it out of my car, putting it on that dolly, walking up a block, loading it into the thing, setting up, doing a quick sound check, get one beer, play the gig, then unload everything. Now, I did get also a free meal with it, and this place is great because they'll give you anything you want on the menu. A lot of times when venues give you a free meal, they they'll kind of have restrictions on, like, okay, you can't order the steak. This place has no restrictions. So last time I ordered literally like the Black Angus ribeye steak. This time I got a full rack of ribs, and they're closing, so they gave me like an extra. They gave me enough food to feed me for 3 days. So $146 with enough food to feed me for a couple days. It's great. That's like I said before. I'm really fortunate in the position I'm in that this is kind of just extra. Like each month I have enough money to pay my bills and stuff. I'm not swimming in it, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. And you know, it's just fun. Really good band. The guys are great. And you know what? Here's something I want to talk about. Here's an interesting thing. I know this is getting rambly and ranty, but you guys, I'm just going to kind of keep going with this vibe because this is an interesting thing I want to bring up in a point. I play with Lanco, right? Lanco's a successful band, honestly, in this industry and down here. And if y'all just saw my other video about, I just now I'm in Lanco. You're about to see me in all this stuff. I'm about to be doing the artist side of things a lot more. Talking about playing the gig, something I want to talk about. I'm in a good, successful position right now. When I do gigs like this, where it's Broadway, it's with our drummer's only 21, everybody else just plays in town, I do not tell anybody about Lanco. I don't tell any of them that I do that. They can either find out on their own, or like my kind of rule of thumb is I don't tell anybody what I do unless they specifically are asking, what do you do? What do you play? Then I will tell them. But, you know, it's just one of those things, man, where some people get on a big gig down here and they love to use that to tell you about how they're doing something bigger than you are. And man, there's just no reason to be that guy. there's no reason, you know? Why do I need to go make that 21-year-old kid that's hustling and doing great and playing great, and it's going to be on the same level? I'm 30, right? Like, he's got, you know, why do I need to go and flex on any, you know? There's no reason. So, you know, that is a sad reality. There's some people that are great players that get on great big stuff, and they want to make sure you know about it. They want to make sure you know that they're important and they're playing on a big thing. Man, when I'm doing all this stuff in town, I don't tell anybody what else I'm doing. And there's levels way bigger than Landco, but also I'm in the band, which is a whole different level. I'm not just a side player. But anyways, you know, yeah, I don't know. What did my grandpa always say? What does he say? Don't get above your raisin. You know, I don't know. Be humble. Be nice to people, man. It doesn't matter. There's no reason I need to go in here and be, I'm better than this. Because I'm not. I had to practice this stuff. And these guys were better at playing these songs than I am because they played this gig more, you know? So check yourself, man. Go down to Broadway and try, you know? It's just, but it was a fun gig. I got food. I got paid. Honestly, great tone. It's funny, the drummer, he's 21, the young guy, he's a great player, killer player. He had said something to me like, dude, you've got killer tone. He's like, your tone is so good. And I'll tell you what, you guys, I rely heavily on good tone because you know what? I can't shred. I'm not people can play circles around me down here. So I need to make my one note sound as good as 20 of everybody else's note, you know? But that also leads into a whole nother conversation of like finding your space and like what you're good at. Like, I'm successful down here and I am not the best. I am not the best, man. There's so many people that are so much better players than I am. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to be at a certain level, but you can carve out a path, but you got to stick with it, and it's tough. And you got to find your thing, find your people, and be a good person, you know? None of them, if I was down there being like, this ain't shit, this doesn't matter. If I had that kind of attitude, why would any of them ever want to call me for another gig? No one would, you know? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this long, I'm 13 minutes in just this talking part, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep the long form content of this. If you've made it this far, I'm keeping all this in. Fuck it, right? Send it. Here it is, the long form, unedited. I'm driving home. I'm kind of tired. Can't wait to go to sleep. Eat my ribs, a little bit of my ribs. And yeah, so I'm just kind of ranting to you guys a little bit. But man, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you guys hanging for a couple of these vlogs and seeing, you know, life in the city, right? What do you do when you live in Nashville? Well, these past couple days are, well, a version of what you do, what you could do. Everybody's day looks different, but all right, I'll say it while I'm driving. If you liked the video, hit the subscribe. If you've made it this far into however long this video is, after 14 minutes of me just talking since I pulled out of the parking garage, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, I guess. And yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off there. I'm gonna make this drive home nice and easy, real straight. And until next time, you guys, I love you, and I appreciate you following the journey, and I can't wait for some of the stuff coming up. But I'm going to stop ranting. I could talk to you guys all the way till I get home, and that's just how I am, man. Like, I like to talk a lot. If you ask my girlfriend, it's like, Tim is sitting, I do this to her. Now you guys are my outlet, so she can have a break. So anyways, all right, I love you guys. I'm at a red light. I can go hands-free and turn you off. Like and subscribe. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. All right, until next time, peace.